6 figures, you can't just be talking about you want to make 6 figures. All right, I'm going to tell you the story. I got to get out of here. And the story is about, you guys have probably heard about this before. It was a young man who, he wanted to make a lot of money, and so he went to this guru, right? And he told the guru, I want to be on the same level you on. And so the guru said, if you want to be on the same level I'm on, I'll meet you tomorrow at the beach at 4 a.m. I said, I want to make money. I don't want to swim. Guru said, if you want to make money, I'll meet you tomorrow. So the young man got there at 4 a.m. He all ready to rock and roll, got on the suit. He should have wore shorts. The old man grabs his hand and said, how bad do you want to be successful? He said, real bad. He said, walk on out in the water. So he walks out into the water. Watch this. When he walks out into the water, it goes waist deep. So he like, this guy crazy. I want to make money. He got me in. So he said, come out a little further. Walked out a little further. Then he had it right around this area. So this old man crazy. He making money, but he crazy. He said, come on out a little further. Came out a little further. It was right at his mouth. My man like, I'm about to go back in here. This guy is mine. So the old man said, I thought you said you wanted to be successful. He said, I do. He said, walk a little further. He came, dropped his head in, held him down, hold him down. My man getting scratching, holding him down. He had him held down. Just before my man was about to pass out, he raised him up. He said, I got a question for you. Somebody answered the question for me. He said, when you were underwater, what did you want to do? I said, I wanted to breathe. He told the guy, he said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air.
Every day I'm chasing something different. Every day the way I operate is totally different, and it's not about the product for me as much as it is about the process. And what I mean about the process saved my life. You see, my mother had me when she was 15 years old, right? Over on the east side of Atlanta, we came up in this neighborhood by the name of Kirkwood, drug dealer on every corner, gang members in the neighborhood, 2-bedroom home, 14 people, used to sleep on the floor. Got the opportunity to sleep in the bed one time out of the week. It was 6 of us in the bed, 3 at the foot, 3 at the head. And I came up with this dream pretty quick. I said, man, I want to go to the NFL because I had 8 uncles in that house, all 8 of which are still going in and out of prison. And so pretty quick, I said, man, I want to go to the NFL. And so I went to my big cousin Tamar one night. I said, man, listen, I want to go to the NFL. And so we got to work for this thing. So the thing we're going to do every night, we're going to be patient. We're going to engage in consistent action. Every night, we're going to race light pole to light pole with no shoes. So every night we would get out on the street, race light pole to light pole. One night a coach came down the street. He signed me and my cousins up for organized sports, right? First time being in organized sports. We get in organized sports. The thing was, after practice, everybody would leave to go home. And I always had to sit on the bench and wait on my mother because she worked at Wendy's. And so when my mother would show up in the park, it would be about 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night. So I'm sitting there, and when my mother would pull up, she drove an old Buick Regal, hubcaps off the car, seats torn up, the car was all beat up. And she would pull up in the park 10:30 at night. I would jump off the bench. I would sprint over to my mother. I would say, Mom, if you don't mind, can you please sit back in your car and turn on your car lights? I have to do some extra drills. I have to go to the NFL. She would never have to work another day in your life. And I knew my mother was tired. And every night, my mother would sit back in that car, and those car lights would hit that field. And he had a 7-year-old kid doing backpedaling drills, running sprints, running laps, chasing his dream to go to the NFL. But just beyond those car lights, I could always connect with my mother's eyes. So it made me dig a little bit deeper. It made me push myself a little bit further. It made me work a little bit harder. It created a certain level of sweat equity in what I was doing. It created a certain level of pride in what I was doing. You know why people quit? People don't have pride in what they do. You know why people stop? They're selfish, and it's just about them. But when you have a bigger purpose to why you're doing what you're doing, and you want to honor the sacrifices that others have made for you, it's nothing for you to keep going when you hit adversity. If every decision and choice you make is just about you, at a certain point you're going to hit something that's a lot tougher than you, and it's going to make you quit because you don't have a driving force for why you do what you do. But when I got up to the University of Tennessee, it was simple. It was simple for me to give everything I had. My freshman year, I played special teams. My sophomore season, I broke the starting lineup, had a really strong sophomore season. The summer heading into my junior year, I still remember the day where I was sitting in our film room, and I was watching film on the California Bears. My defensive backs coach, Larry Slade, came in the room. He said, Inky, I got some good news for you. I dropped the clicker. I said, what is it? He said, man, you're a projected top 30 draft pick, son. He said, all you have to do is play the next 10 football games. You're an automatic multimillionaire. I went out of the room. I called my mother and my grandmother on the three-way. I said, after this season, there will be no more struggling. I said, we would never miss another meal. I said, we would never experience another Christmas where we have to stand on the side of the curb and just be grateful. And I hung it up. First football game, I went out, played great, got an interception, shut Cal down. Second game, we're playing against Air Force, got late in the game, fourth quarter, guy dropped back, he threw the ball to a receiver coming out my sideline. Me and the guy, we went head on. As soon as I hit the guy, I felt as if every breath in my body left. Body went completely limp, fell to the ground, I blacked out. Never happened to me before. When my eyes opened, I'll never forget, my teammates ran over, they said, "Ink, get up, let's go." I said, "I can't." I can't move. He said, "What do you mean you can't move? You're our lockdown corner, man. We need you. Let's go." I said, "I know, man, but this time I can't move." I flipped my head up to the sky, I said, "God," I said, "surely nothing is happening in this moment that can alter my life." They got me over to the hospital. They took me back. They ran CAT scans. They brought me back into my room. And all in a 15-second time frame, the doctor came running in from the opposite side. He said, "Hey, get in here. We got to rush this guy back to emergency surgery. He's about to die." I said, "What?" He said, "Son, you have busted up subclavian artery in your chest. You're bleeding internally. We have to rush you back, take the main vein out of your left leg, plug it into your chest in order to save your life." When I opened my eyes from recovery, the same doctor was over me. He said, "Son, had some good news and some bad news for you." I said, "You got some bad news for me?" I had to tell him I was about to die. I'm still alive. How bad can it get? I'm still here. He said, "The good news is we saved your life." I said, "Thank you, sir." He said, "The bad news is, Ink, you have nerve damage in your right shoulder." I said, "Okay, cool." He said, "But son, it's a strong possibility that you probably can never play the game of football again in your life." I said, "No way." I said, "No disrespect to you, Doc, but I've been working for this ever since I was 7 years old."
There's a popular quote going around at the moment. The person you will be in 5 years is based on the books you read and the people you hang around with today. This is quite true, but it applies to everything else as well. The person you will be in the future is based on everything you do today, the people you hang around with, but more so the people you listen to, the opinions you believe, the books you read, or the videos you watch. All the information you take in, positive or negative, will affect your future. The workouts you do or don't do, that will show up in the future. The foods you eat today will affect your future on a visual and energy level. The same is true with your thoughts and information. What you feed your mind will shape your future. If all you do is take in garbage, guess what your future is going to be made up of? Commit to feed your mind with successful thoughts and surround yourself with those who have the same ambition. It doesn't matter where you get your information from. You may read, you may get it from podcasts or videos. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you keep feeding your mind every day. Your future self is begging you to show some discipline. Your future self is begging you not to be like the rest, to learn more than the rest, to work harder and smarter than the rest. Your future self is begging you to do the work now so you can enjoy later.
What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? 60 seconds, 60 seconds, 60 seconds. The meeting will be locked. Get your teams on. You got 60 seconds and the team meeting will be locked. No one else will be allowed on. 60 seconds.
You want health and fitness? Put it in. If you want peace and happiness, put it in. Your actions will equal your results.
My mind is strong. I am strong. My thoughts are strong. My beliefs are strong. My life is strong. They say I can't. I can. They say I won't. I will. They say I'm not. I am. I am limitless. I am. I am. There's nothing I cannot be. Nothing I cannot do. Nothing I cannot have. In my mind, there are no limits. I am limitless.
Okay.
There's nothing I cannot be. Nothing I cannot do. Nothing I cannot have. There exists no limits in my mind.
You might be smarter, your family might come from privilege, your daddy might own a company, but you will not outwork me. You will not have more drive than I have, more passion than I have, and I'll beat you every single day because I got...
Guys, let's be clear. This is not a training, all right? This is an elite mastermind session. This is going to talk. I'm talking to you guys as business owners. Sometimes we need that, right? We need to be reminded of what we're exactly doing here in FES, and that's what this call is for. Therefore, communication is crucial. And if you don't respect me enough or respect our leadership enough to let us know, hey, I'm not going to be available tonight, then why should we respect you to help you build a business for you and your family? Simple as that. So with that being said, I want to start off by saying thank you guys for getting on here. There's 42 people. That's amazing. I'm so excited to be able to chat with you guys and have this real conversation on how to have the mentality to truly build a six-figure business. Because, of course, we all came here probably to help people. We probably came here to build business with our friends. We came here to help our family. But number one, what we came here for in FES is to do what? Make money. Would you all agree? Would anybody disagree that we are not here to be able to make money? Speak now, forever hold your peace. Right? So that's why I'm here tonight, because I want you guys to understand before you can close that first deal, before you can go and market that first, opportunity, before you go out there and try to build this business, you have to have the mentality in order to do so. And that's why I said, you know what, I got to have this call. I got to get this training going. I got to make sure that people understand the real deal about this situation. So guys, please don't leave, because you will not be able to come back. I saw somebody just dropped off. So whoever that was, you will not be able to come back because the meeting is locked. So with that being said, we're going to jump right in, right? Like I said, my name is Joe Johnson. I am super excited for all of you guys and everything that you're doing right now. I see we got so many leaders. Last week, we had so many different promotions, all right? And I mean, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Congratulations to everyone. Zakia Holmes for hitting sales director. Congratulations, Zaquan, for hitting field trainer. Congratulations, Eddie Walker, for hitting sales director, right? So many promotions to even count. I mean, I'm seeing all these different promotions. So guys, congratulations to each of you and your businesses. First thing first, I want to make sure that, you guys understand that you are appreciated. You truly are. I mean, you did not have to join this opportunity. It means the world to me that you guys saw the same thing that I saw several months ago. And the main thing is we want to make sure that you're able to really benefit from this. I know it gets hard. I know you deal with some obstacles, and just know that you're not the first and you're not going to be the last. You're here for a reason. I'm a true believer in everything happens by design. Nothing is done by coincidence. Nothing is done just because it happened, right? Everything is supposed to happen the way it's supposed to happen. You would not be in this business if you were not supposed to be here. Someone either paid your way in, you had to scrap up the money. Some of you guys had to pawn some things that you love to come up with the investment, right? You're here for a reason. Sit in that, dwell in that, be confident in that. Don't think this just didn't work for me. Oh, well, it's not the case. If it's not working for you, that means that something is not happening for you, right? If that something is not happening for you, you just got to figure out what it is. Maybe you're not good at talking to people. Maybe you don't know what to say. Maybe you don't have a script, right? Whatever it is, there's always a way to combat the struggle, the obstacle. You just got to be plugged in enough to be able to fight that. So I want you guys to know that the decision you made is a great one. This company has helped so many people who used to clean up trash, like Alfred Nixon, cleaning up trash for a part-time gig at 23 years old, to now being 27 years old with a $5 million a month business every 30 days. People like Valesky Rossi, who came from Haiti, right, struggled working at Walmart, who was homeless and broke, to now having a business doing well over $250,000, right? I mean, so much more. $1 million. Valesky's 25 years old. He just hit a big promotion. He's doing $1 million every 30 days. So understand that you are not the first, and you will not be the last person who deals with challenges. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight, about mentality. We're also going to talk about some values of this organization. Now, I did open the lineup for a few of my business partners. I know we got some other teams on here. Welcome, guys. Welcome. I want you to know that I'm not holding back. You're getting a taste of how I run my organization. So, hey, welcome. But yeah, so, this call is specifically for my team. But of course, like I said, I'm friends with some of your leaders, so I had definitely allowed them to come on here. So the main thing is, right, I want you guys to understand that what got you here into this business is not going to get you to the next level. The mentality that got you here is not going to get you to the next level. What do I mean by that? See, a lot of us come in with this opportunity because we see a chance to make a lot of money, or B, we know a lot of people who need credit. We think it's a great opportunity to help other people, right? Maybe C, You know, you just feel like this is a great way to have personal development, be able to grow and expand. All of those are great, but you got to understand that the things that you're dealing with now is the current you. The person that you're going to be when you're making $10,000 a month or $50,000 a month or $100,000 a month or $1 million a month, that same person is not going to be Amaja right now. That same person is not going to be Ashley right now, Brittany right now, Camilla, Diana, Destiny. That person is not going to be you. And you have to understand that there's going to be an amount of growth that you are going to have to go through in order to get to that next level. See, winning, people have it mixed up. People think that winning is what ends up getting you stronger. Oh yeah, if I win all the time, I'm gonna be the best version of myself. That's not true. Winning does not get you to the next level. Struggles is what gets you to the next level. Struggle develops strength. That same strength allows you to blow your business up. That same strength allows you to deal with people when they say no to you. That same strength allows you to be broke for months on end and still have the faith to say, you know what, I'm not gonna quit. Because of struggle. But what a lot of us do, especially Americans, right? We're so entitled. We feel like, I don't want to do this. I'm going to do something else. Well, if that didn't work, what makes you think the other thing's going to work? It's still entrepreneurship. It's still an opportunity you have to invest into. Oh, that didn't work. I guess I'll try something else. Before you know it, you'll be saying, oh, all that stuff's a scam. It's all a scam. I tried several businesses. Never worked for me. Did you ever think maybe it wasn't the business? Maybe it was you? Personal development is big. Personal development is huge. And the three values that we're going to hold true to this business, guys, is three very important things. That's being consistent, being committed, and being coachable. Being consistent, being committed, and being coachable. By following those three, you will see success in this business. But you got to be all the way in. You got to be for it. You got to understand that that is the fundamentals. That is the values that this organization sits on. And you have to trust that. You got to trust that process. And I want you guys to hear from a few people before I jump into the real stuff. I want you guys to understand that, you know, there are people all over who deal with the same things you're dealing with, whether it comes to personal development, whether it's, you know, dealing with time management, whether it's simply just the business, understanding the business in general, or even life, because life happens. So I want you guys to hear from some people who really were able to benefit from this company, right? And started off, whether it was a couple weeks ago, a couple of months ago, probably in the same boat that you guys may be dealing with right now. So first person I want you guys to hear from is my good friend, Eddie. Just a little background on Eddie. Eddie met me through Instagram. He saw one of my ads about finding an agent, the same ads that you guys probably use, right? He saw that ad, and unfortunately, Eddie was laid off from his position at his job because of coronavirus. The same job that was giving him the security to put food on his table let him go like that. He found this opportunity. He probably didn't even have the investment really to spend because he didn't know where he was going to get his next meal from, right? Because he didn't have enough money. But he said, well, you know, I'm giving this a shot. I'm going to give it a shot. And because of that faith, because he actually stayed committed, consistent, and coachable, 2 months later, Eddie now has a business doing $10,000 every 30 days. So Eddie, you can just come on here and tell people what's that process like, what's that mentality like for about 2 minutes, and just share with them your testimony.
All right, what's up, guys? How y'all doing? Hope y'all can hear me okay. Yeah, man, so it's very, you know, troubling for me to say that I had to go through what I had to, you know, go through, but I'm not alone. A lot of us got laid off or got our hours cut in half and this and that from work. But yeah, so I was an assistant general manager over at 24 Hour Fitness. As you guys know, all the gyms are shut down right now, so ain't no more gym. Once that happens, not only myself, but my entire staff was out. A quick little tidbit to go along with that. I was actually working in the club for about a week after the gym was shut down, just doing administrative work. Every single day, I was getting about 50 emails from my clients, from our customers, stating, I need to cancel the gym membership. I can't afford it. My job laid me off. My job fired me. They cut my hours. I can't afford the gym. Can't afford the gym. They're like 50 emails every single day of people just trying to cancel because they couldn't afford the gym because their job laid them off. So it wasn't just me. And it's not just y'all. We all in this together, right? So anyway, I see this opportunity, and I'm kind of, you know, skeptical, of course, because anything on the internet these days, you kind of are half and half on, right? But I dove in, and the main thing that has allowed me to be successful is, number one, having great leadership from Joe Johnson. So y'all need to make sure y'all take these gems from him. That's number one. Two, being coachable, consistent, and committed, that has allowed me to be where I'm at right now. For me, I understand that the growth I had over these past couple months is, I had a lot of success, probably a lot more than some other people have had, but it's only because I felt like I worked a little bit harder than some other people have as well, you know? So one thing I got from Joe with this business right now is your success is going to be all dedicated to you, the effort that you put, and your failure is going to be dedicated to the effort that you put forth as well. So the more dialed in that you are, the more progressive that you're going to be with the business. So, just stay dialed in, take the lessons that we're trying to give you, and, just find your way. I know some of you guys are essential workers and some of you are still working right now. It's amazing. Thank you guys for still working. But remember, you are working for somebody. If you want to take the challenge to be able to make some money for yourself and be able to provide for your family doing the work for yourself, this is where it's going to be at, So make the time to be available, That's all I got to say. Stay committed, coachable, consistent.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for sharing that, Eddie. That's real, man. That's real. And I'm telling you, like, his journey is amazing. This guy's work ethic is crazy. And, we just work together. He's all the way in the West Coast. I'm here on the East Coast. Time we're on,
Hey, one more thing, Joe. And I'm not going back to work neither.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Guys, that's what FBS can do. I mean, think about that story. Like, you got laid off just to come back and say, when they say, oh, yeah, it's time to come back to work, Eddie. No, I'm good. Thanks. Now, the people who fired you, you're firing them. Because of FBS, guys. Because of FBS. Like, so I want you to know, like, we're normal people. Everyone here is normal. Everyone here has a story. If you're new, if you just joined the last couple of days, last couple of weeks, understand that you're a part of an amazing opportunity, So next person I want you to hear from, this girl, man, so inspiring, so inspiring. I remember months ago, I used to joke with her, and I'm just like, yo, like, what's up? Come on, you joined yet? You in now? So she's like, nah, I'm good. I'm not interested, right? But now, unfortunately, same situation as her, right? COVID-19. Her job, they laid her off, let her go, but she didn't take that and just, jump off a bridge. She said, you know what, I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to take responsibility for this, and I'm going to do something about it. And now, not only is she a business owner running a fitness company, but now she's also to run this business. And Zakia Holmes is now doing $10,000 in her business every 30 days as well. So Zakia, can you just come on here for a second and just let everybody know what the journey was for you? Because it wasn't always easy at all. You definitely had your challenges. Can you just let everyone know what FBS did, this journey about following the 3 C's has done for you?
Yes. Thank you, Joe, so much for that. I just want to give a huge shout out to Joe and Mr. Tyreek Graham. For all of you, you know that they are some awesome leaders. Thank you so much. So, and just like Joe said, when I started the business, I was laid off February 28th. And then I started business March 7th. So I was working as a medical lab technician. Being in the lab is really all I know, besides being a personal trainer. Like Joe mentioned, I run my own fitness program virtually online. So I had started the company. They kept asking me about it and things like that. So I went ahead and started, not only because I got laid off, but I needed extra money as well to stay afloat. I am here in Atlanta, Georgia. All my family and friends are back home, so I'm here by myself. So I had to make sure that my bills and things were paid. So I got started. Within that first week, I made field trainer, bringing in $1,600 a month. And then exactly 3 weeks later, I made senior field trainer. And then 4.5 weeks later, I made sales director. So this business has really kept me afloat. I'm able to pay all my bills. I'm able to make sure I have groceries in my house. All of you who just now starting, definitely keep going. You're going to have some days where you don't want to work the business, or you get, pissed off, excuse my language, but or you just get mad, but you have to keep going. I'm telling you, it's an awesome, awesome opportunity. Not only that, you get your credit worked on for absolutely free. My score has went up already 126 points within 2 months. I'm looking to buy my first home. This business has done so much for me, you guys. So definitely keep pushing. I have amazing leaders on my team, so you guys keep going. this business will set you up for success. Always stay consistent, coachable, and committed, and you guys will take off and do very well in this business. So thank you again, Joe, and I'm gonna give it back to you.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's real. That's real. She said it, you know, there's gonna be days you pissed off. There's me, Curlins, Tyreek, we talk about all the time how we're gonna just line people up sometimes, just smack them like, and, I mean, you get mad, you're human, you have those emotions, right? But we don't quit. That's the key. The only way that you can fail in this business, ladies and gentlemen, is by quitting, literally. You might have a whole week without getting one customer. You might have a whole month without getting one agent. Right? You may feel like every single thing that you have done is not working, but as long as you don't quit, you're not failing. They're just lessons. Right? We don't take L's in Young Moguls. We don't take L's at all. We take lessons. Everything you encounter is a lesson. So the last testimony before we jump into the nitty gritty, I want you guys to hear from this young lady. Such an inspiration. Man, like, where do I even begin? I've been in this industry for about 2 years now. This next person that you're about to hear from, she joined my last company as my very first agent. And I'm not going to lie, it was my first time in the industry. There were a lot of things that I was learning. I'm not the same Joe Johnson I was then, right? And so she stuck with me, though. She never quit. She never folded. We didn't get that far. She didn't even make that much money. But 2 years later, she stuck with me every single day. The moment that I said, hey, I'm going to leave this company and go into this company, she joined. No hesitation, right? And to watch her growth, to watch her from 19 years old to now, her birthday's tomorrow, about to be the big 23, and this is about to be her Jordan year, and to say that now her business is producing $10,000 every single 30 days, it almost brings a tear to my eyes because you talk about perseverance, you talk about not quitting, you talk about discipline, you talk about personal development. This girl right here is a boss lady. So without further ado, I'm not gonna take a shot. Miss Joanna Anderson, can you please hop on here and just share your testimony about growth and following the 3 C's?
Man, Joe, I appreciate that fire introduction, but to be honest, I got to give it straight back to you and Tyreek, because when y'all talk about following the 3 C's, you know, I was with it. I stayed committed, but I was not being coachable. Like, I was not being consistent, but you guys continue to encourage me. So my hats off, salutes to you guys forever and ever. Like, I genuinely appreciate y'all. So y'all listen, I'm going to be real honest with y'all. Like Joe said, like, we were a part of another company, right? So when him and Tariq told me about this opportunity, so I'm like, yeah, you know what? Like, I know y'all about y'all bag. Like, I know y'all gonna go and get it. So I saw those leadership qualities in them. So I'm like, no doubt, I joined them, right? But like I said before, I said, you know what? I'm gonna be a part of this. Like, I'm gonna tough it out. I'm gonna make sure I'm stay committed, but I wasn't consistent. I didn't take this business seriously. Like, I was like, oh, okay, you know, if I want a couple extra $100, I'll put in this work. But then after I get it, like, I'll start slacking again. I wouldn't make posts on social media. I wouldn't reach out to people. I have all the excuses in the book. Tariq and Joe would tell you, I used to come with all the excuses. They say, like, Tariq would say, like, oh, yeah, you know, you think you can put, like, 2 to 3 hours a day into it, put some time into it, and I come up with excuses on why I couldn't. I would say, like, oh, yeah, I'm doing the work. But to be honest, I wasn't, right? So then 2020 came, and I'm like, you know what? Let me try a little bit harder. So I was like, you know what? I'm really not putting in the work. Let me be a little coachable. I came to them like, what do I need to do? So I started to follow, started to work, you know. I got promoted, growing, you know, started making more money, of course, the money coming in. And then to be honest though, I didn't work for myself. I had a team, my team was growing, but I didn't develop as a leader. So my whole team quit on me. Like, so I'm trying to figure out, like, what am I doing wrong, you know? And like Joe would tell me, and Terry would tell me, like, your team not ready. You're not ready. You're not in a position. You're not positioning yourself as a leader to lead your team. They always say, like, if you fly, your team gonna run. If you run, your team gonna walk. Well, me being half-assed, like, excuse my French, but I'm gonna be honest, we team, we family. So me half-assing, not fully dedicating myself, I'm walking. So guess what my team is doing? They crawling and they dying off. So that's what happened. So I was like, you know what? When I decided, I was like, all right, let me really work on myself. Like, let me build Joanna. Let me learn about Joanna. Like, let me figure out what Joanna can do to better herself in and outside of this business. My team started growing. The money started growing. You know, my position started growing. And now I am currently a sales director. You know, we got some big goals for this 5-week cycle and we gonna work. But because of this business, because I decided, like, you know what, let me be true to myself and let me get committed. Like, let me stay consistent. Let me be coachable. Like, let me follow this amazing leadership. Like, first of all, I gotta put a pin right there. Like, you guys, I would encourage y'all to, like, listen to hop on like other teams trainings and stuff like that, and then come back. Not to down anybody, because everybody's working, but I want y'all, like, y'all should do it so that way y'all can appreciate this leadership that we have here. Because a lot of people don't take the time to check on their team. A lot of people don't take the time to encourage their team and really build their team, but our leaders do. Like, we have leadership that genuinely cares about everybody. It's not just about making money. And y'all can feel that with the team culture. But anyway, sorry you guys, I get passionate about it because of this opportunity, I was able to quit my job. So my story's a little bit different. I didn't get laid off. Like, I decided, you know what, let me quit and let me focus on building myself. Let me build my business as an entrepreneur. And it's been steady growth nonstop. Like, I've been able to now financially, I can help my mom out. My mom is a big part of my why. I can do that. Like, I was able to get a car fresh off the lot due to my credit score with this business, but I was able to even be able to, you know, handle payments and stuff like that because of this business, because of the funds from this business. So you guys, like, if y'all really take this business seriously, if y'all decide, like, all right, let me get committed, like, let me be coachable, like, let me stay consistent, this business is going to work for you. The system that we have in place is continuously getting perfected. They're continuously working on it to continuously better it. We didn't have that when we first started, but we built that. We took those L's, we took those lessons and applied it so that way you guys can avoid our learning curve. Everybody's gonna go through a learning curve, but we try to really share and really be honest so that way y'all can avoid that. So I'm gonna start talking now. I'm gonna hand it back to you, Joe. But like, I really do appreciate your leadership. I appreciate everything that you do for the team in and out.
Man, oh man. Yo, can we just drop some fire emojis for all the speakers? Like, I mean, I'm fired up, man. Just drop some fires. Like, I mean, these are some real stories. That's why I told y'all from the jump, like, this is not a training. This is not us coming on here and just, you know, trying to hype you up and talk about how great FE is. This is just real. Because that's sometimes what we miss in this industry. We miss that real talk. We miss that, you know, yo, just be honest with me. Be straight up with me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm struggling right now. Like, help me. And I mean, yeah, you know, Zakia, Eddie, Joanna, amazing stories, guys. And I appreciate you being honest. And, oh, man, listening to it, you know, I want to share my story before I go in. This is something I don't talk about ever. I don't know who knows about that. The only person that might know about this is actually Tyreek. Yep, it's the only person that would actually know what I'm about to tell you guys. And when you talk about this business, man, people ask me all the time, like, Joe, like, why do you go so hard? Like, man, like, you know, I'm trying to be like you. Like, it's not even like that. You know, what it is I know my story, and if you knew my story, you would understand. And for a lot of you all, as you see, we all have stories. And I'm gonna tell you something, right? When I started this business, I was broke. I was a server last year at a restaurant, very, you know, middle class restaurant. So there was so many times where I spent one time in particular, I'll tell you, it was a birthday celebration, real ghetto family. You know what I mean? I stayed with them for about 2.5 hours. My manager said that's the only table I could have for 2.5 hours because it was like 40 people. So they're like, yo, like, we know you can handle it, Joe. You're one of our best servers. Like, it's 40 people. Are you okay? I said, yeah, I got you. For 2.5 hours, I worked. They didn't tip me not $1. And I did so good. I gave them drinks on time. I gave them all their food. I gave them desserts for free, like little ice cream for the kids. Like, and they didn't tip me not $1. And that means I worked for free, literally worked my butt off. They ran me like crazy for 2.5 hours. It was one of those moments where I'm just like, I can't do this. Like, and I'm broke. I don't have a car. I'm walking, to and from my crib, the same crib that I can't even afford rent every single month. Me and Tyreek calculating the 5% late fee because we already knew he was going to be late. There were some times where Lisa and all of us just felt bad for us, and it was like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and waive it this month. Like, because they knew it's not that we weren't trying, but we were struggling so much. And this business, because my credit score increased, I was able to get my car. And because my business was growing, it was actually building. I'm just like, man, okay, cool. Now, when I say it's building, here's the thing, though. I got to senior field trainer by my 5th month. That was in December. By the end of November, I bought myself a car with my better credit as well as more money saved to the side. It was a lot of money to the point where I didn't have too much left in my account, but I'm like, it's cool. FES is going to help me out as well as, my job at the time. And then I quit that very next month. But when I quit, guys, my business slowed down tremendously, faster than ever. Agents were not working. Some agents quit. Nothing was happening. Nothing was producing. And here I am just quitting my job. And I'll never forget the day that I walked out, one of the cooks, they yelled out, he'll be back. I give him 2 weeks, he'll be back, right? And here I am almost 2.5 to 3 weeks after quitting and no money in my account as a senior field trainer. You know what I mean? I'm over here like thinking what I'm about to do, but I got faith. And I stayed focused, and I stayed committed, and I stayed consistent, and I got on every single training that there was, and I was fired up in front of every single one of my team members who were there because I said, you know what? It's about being coachable. And so through that faith, I stayed on, and then January comes around, and I find out about, this thing called the convention in Las Vegas. And here I am, months behind on my car note, or not months, but that first month I was behind on my car note and I couldn't even afford insurance because I'm like, well, I just got the car, but now I don't have money to pay for insurance. So I'm over here driving illegally. And then Curlins Cassie is our regional vice president. He's like, bro, you have to come to Las Vegas. And I'm like, I don't think I can, bro. You know what I mean? My rent, I literally just paid it. That was almost $500 on top of all the bills. And, I'm just like, I don't think I can come, bro. He was like, you have to come, bro. You have to come. And I'm like, oh, my God, okay. So I picked up Lyft because I had my car. It's the only way I had money, right? I picked up Lyft. The week of Las Vegas, even people who I've been, I met in Las Vegas that's on this call, like, you didn't even know this. That week, we went to Vegas. It started on Thursday. The convention started on Thursday. From Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night, I did Lyft every single night for hours. There was a time where I drove to Charlotte, North Carolina at 11 o'clock because I was serving that day. It was a Monday, and I was serving that whole day. I got off at 4 o'clock, and by about 5, 6 o'clock, I was making preparations to get ready. I had like 3 Starbucks drinks, 2 5-hour energies, and I'm like, I'm not leaving until I make the money to be able to buy this flight. I sat there and I drove all the way to Charlotte, North Carolina from Greensboro. If you don't know, that's about an hour and some change. I drove there. I took one ride. I made about $9. My very next ride actually was leaving Charlotte. I had to drive I just got to Charlotte. Keep that in mind. I just got to Charlotte after driving over an hour. The next ride that I got in Charlotte took me almost 2 hours the opposite direction outside of Charlotte. I got paid $70 off of that ride. That wasn't enough. I had $80. That wasn't enough. I had already spent 3 hours of my time out here. Then at that point, I drove all the way back to Charlotte, but I was tired because I just finished working and serving that same day. But I said, I got to get to Las Vegas. Every single leader, Alfred Nixon, Bruce Rochester, Valesky Barossi, Curtis Cassidy, they all said, when I went to convention changed my life. And I'm like, okay, I got to be coachable. I got to be committed. I got to be consistent with this. And so I drove back to Charlotte that same night. Little do I know, I'm 15 minutes away. Let the GPS tell it. I look at what the GPS is telling me because I'm like, this don't look like the route to Charlotte. It took me back to Greensboro. I was 15 to 20 minutes out of Greensboro. I went the whole opposite direction because I put the wrong address in. So then I said, dang, I had to put my GPS back into Charlotte, and I drove to Charlotte another hour and a half out of the way that I was already going. So now it's like 12 o'clock at this point. So now I'm driving in Charlotte. I didn't finish doing Lyft until 4 a.m. My body and hands were shaking. I was exhausted. I was like, literally like, I'm trying not to cry right now. I was so tired. And I'm like, I got to do it. And my mom, told y'all we being real, man.
Got it, bro.
It's just what people don't understand the struggle, man.
For sure, bro. You got it, bro.
I bought a one-way ticket to Las Vegas.
You're making me tear up right now.
It was $78, and I bought a one-way ticket. I didn't know how I was going to get the money to come back, but I said I'm gonna figure it out, and I bought that one-way ticket. I couldn't tell my mom because she was telling me how she's like, Joe, you 24 years old, get your shit together. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you going so hard for this business? And you obviously not making the money that you want. What are you doing? And I'm like, I know, but you got to believe me, like, it's going to work. That was a conversation we had the weekend before, because she was asking me if I still was going to Charlotte. I said, nah, probably not. And she was like, finally, you thinking, like, about time. And I'm like, I can't tell her that I'm going to Las Vegas. So I bought the one-way ticket. I did live for the next 2 days. It was slow, extremely slow. I couldn't afford to go to Charlotte, so I stayed in Greensboro, because if I went to Charlotte, that would have been gas money that I didn't have. So I stayed in Greensboro. I only made about $50 that next day on Tuesday. I was driving for 6 hours. On Wednesday, this is the day before Vegas, I was driving for about 4 hours because I had to pack. So then I'm packing until about 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. Then I got on the flight. I think it was like 7 or 8 o'clock with Joanna. Her mom took us to the airport. I'm in Las Vegas, a whole nother city, with $130 in my account. I get to Las Vegas. Long story short, by Sunday, we did I was a sales director at that point, guys. I was a sales director. I had $130 in my account. And by Sunday, we all went on a sales director and above lunch. I looked at my account. I had $25. I told Terry, I'm like, bro, can you cash at me? I'll pay you back next Thursday when we get paid, because I gotta figure out how to buy a flight back home. And at that point, my mom ended up calling me, because it was Valentine's Day when we were in Las Vegas. She calls me, and she's like, why you didn't call me on Valentine's? And I'm like, oh, little she know, she's been up for a couple hours. I'm on the West Coast. It's 3 hours, ahead. So she's thinking like, why you call me? And I'm just like, well, I'm in Las Vegas. She was quiet. She was speechless. She hung up on me, mad. She's like, why would you make that decision? My cousin texted me a couple hours later, like, Joe, your integrity is better than this. What are you doing? Like, what is going on with you? We got to talk. I'm coming to North Carolina from Tennessee. And I'm just like, my family don't get it. They don't get it. I got to be here. And I ended up asking a family member, and I ended up, making the money to get the ticket back for about $80. I was broke. I had a negative account by the time I got back to North Carolina. That Thursday after the Las Vegas trip, because of the work that we put in, number one, Tyree Graham went sales director, because every single day from 8 a.m. before the convention, we were working, making calls, until the point we were at the convention in the hallway making calls. And at night after the convention, everybody else was partying. We were in the room making calls. Me, Joanna Anderson, some other leaders, we were working, right? So we got Tyree to sales director. That very next Thursday, the only money I got was from FES. I got a direct deposit of $1,389 that very next Thursday. It was at that point where I said, God, most people would have just gave up. Most people wouldn't went to that convention. Most people would have definitely quit FES, because you find yourself working so hard for a company that's barely paying you anything. Most people would have quit. And because I didn't, I got my first $1,000 check from this company. And from that point, the momentum never slowed down. It never slowed down. And now, a couple months later in May, now I can say that I've been producing $10,000 a month because of FES. Not in sales, in commission in 1 month because of FES. So when I hop on here and I get on these calls, guys, and I get on these trainings, and even some of you guys I prospected, I'm telling you something, right? I'm telling you that this company can work. But the problem is, we come in with the wrong mentality. We come in thinking that we have this magic sauce and we're going to just make everybody sign up. We come in thinking we're going to be rich by tomorrow. We come in with no discipline. We come in with no faith. And then we decide to quit within a couple of days. We decide to quit within 1 week. We decide to quit within 1 month. And I'm here to tell you guys that you can't have that mentality. If you really want this company to work, you have to have faith that it will work for you and your family. You have to have faith that this is an opportunity that's going to change your life forever, because it will. And that's why we're on here, because I need you guys to understand the mentality that it takes to get to the next level is not going to be the mentality that you have now. I've never told anybody that story before. I didn't want to give off this image that FES, you know, pays you so great. But I'm letting y'all know, like, y'all got to understand. You see the guys at the top. Curlin's Cash is the same way. He has stories for days. He came to North Carolina and slept on my floor, me and Tyreek's floor, for almost 2.5 weeks. Couldn't even afford a ticket to go back home. Like, we all have stories. So when y'all see us on here being excited, being pumped up, being fired up, just know it's because of our story. It's because of what happened. Y'all don't know what we've been through. And I know for some of y'all, I don't know what you've been through. I don't know what y'all going through right now. But I know that you're in this business for a reason. If that's the reason, I need you to understand that you can't quit right now. You can't slow down right now. So that being said, next point. I see the love. I appreciate the love in the chats, guys. We have some expectations, right? Because now that we understand what it takes, now we got to make sure that we're being responsible in this business. So from now on, going forward, guys, there's some expectations that we have to have in this business, and that includes being on time. From now on, when I have a training, when we have these meetings, if you're not there on the dot, you will be locked out, right? Because as a culture, we got to make sure that it's no tolerance for laziness. There's 3 things going forward as of today that we will not take and tolerate. Number 1, excuses. There is never an excuse. There's never an excuse. Number 2, can't. I never want to hear the word can't. Oh, I can't. Oh, you know, I don't think I can do. I don't want to hear those conversations, because that means that your mindset is not right. So going forward, if you feel like you don't know how to think, guess what? Figure it out. And that's the 3rd one. I don't know is no longer acceptable. Well, I don't know how to, use the script. Well, why didn't you never ask? Well, I don't know how to access my back office. Well, why didn't you actually look up on FES support or call FES support? Well, I didn't know the training was. Well, why didn't you know? Are you not signed up with the text message? We've given you guys too many tools and responsibility and actions and to be able to really grow your business. You got to understand, this is a train. And in this train, you are the conductor. For some reason, we think, well, just because our sponsor got us in the business, now they're the conductor and I'm just following it. That's not the case. It's not up to me to help you build your business. It wasn't up to Curlin's to pay my ticket to get to Las Vegas. I had to figure it out because I'm the conductor of the business. It wasn't up to Tyreek to figure out how to go sales director. He had to make those calls. He had to make those relationships because he's the conductor of his business. You are the conductor of your business. Therefore, if your train is not moving, it's because you're not moving. Simple as that. If your cargo falls all apart, that's your team, all of them quit, why would you stop? You're the conductor. Find another train, find some more cargo, right? There's 43 million chances to be able to make money in this business. 43 million Americans have less than perfect credit. If you come to me, you say, yeah, I can't find anybody. That's not an excuse. And that is facts. That's how we're moving going forward. So as we move forward from this, if you see my attitude change, if you see my focus change, if you see me working with some people and not some other people, just know that's why. And that's why I had to have this call, because I needed to make sure that our team understood my intentions. I didn't want you guys thinking that I was being a jerk or I changed up. I want you guys to understand that there are lives at stake here. I know that some of you guys have less than $1 in your account. I know that some of you guys just spent your last on, your rent coming up for June. Like, I know that the situation is serious, and I'm going to treat this business serious so that way we can make sure you get results. But just know we're partners here. This is a business, right? We're not your boss. We're not your, we're not your manager. We're your business partner. And we're here to make sure that we keep you accountable, just like we got to make sure you keep us accountable. I know people say all the time, like, Joe, these last minute meetings are not working. Trust me, I heard you. We're working on it, right? Letting you guys know stuff in advance, creating a schedule for the week. We're working and making sure that as leaders, we're doing the best for you, just like we want to make sure you're doing the best for yourself. If that makes sense, do me a favor, type the number 10 in the chat box. Type the number 10 in the chat box, if that makes sense. If the new expectations make sense. Awesome. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Next up. Project 1000. So our team, the reason it says Project 1000 is because our goal, guys, our mission this year is to help 1,000 people within the next 255 days. From now until the end of the year, we want to make sure that we help 1,000 people end up fixing their credit, join this business up, make opportunity for themselves, or become financially literate, right? That's our goal. We have a mission. And so I want to make sure that we all work together in doing that. And it's simple. If all of us come together and we really put in the work, we can do that. 1,000 can be done in a couple of months. We don't have to wait until the end of the year. But we got to make sure we understand the value that we're providing, right? Talked about the mentality. So Next up, I do want to share with you guys this. I made this today because I know, like, for me, I'm a visual learner. And sometimes, you know, we got to see it to understand, right? So this is your business. I said you guys are the conductor, right? You guys are the conductor of your train. Your sponsor is like your engineer. Your sponsor is going to make sure you're doing everything right. It's going to make sure your system is flowing, make sure that the train is moving in the right direction. However, you are responsible for everything else. You're responsible for the time. You're responsible for the cargo, which is your team. You're responsible for the engine itself, right? And your engine, guys, is your why. Your why keeps you pumping. Your why keeps you going. Your why keeps you motivated. Your why keeps you in momentum. Some of you guys say all the time, oh, yeah, my why is my kids. And so I'm starting to think some of y'all say that for because it sounds good. When I look at movies, and I don't have a child, so I can't truly say I get it, but I will say that I've seen my mother, and I know I'm her why, because I saw her work as a single mother. I saw her raise a son in this crazy country, a black son at that, right? I know what she did. When I look at movies like Pursuit of Happiness, right, his son, I saw what he did in that movie. So then I'm looking at some of y'all with children, and I'm like, you said you working for your kids? And I'm being honest, right? I need you guys to establish what is your true why. Why are you doing this business? If you just wake up, you're just like, I don't feel like it. That means it's not your why. I need you at the end of every single day to determine, did I do my best for my why? If your why is your kids, at the end of a long day, I need you to say, did I do my best for my son, for my daughter? I need you to look them in the face and be like, did I do my best for you? And tell them. Say, mommy did her best for you. I bet you. Tell them that. Daddy did his best for you. Tell them that. And watch their response, right? And do that every day. And then in the days when you realize you did not do your best, tell them the same thing. I didn't do my best for you. And watch their face. If I had a child, that's how I would think, right? Some of you guys, your why is your family. You know, you got a single parent household, you're trying to take care of the rest of the families, or, you know, they're lower funds, you want to help invest and help their bills, right? Well, think about your family. Think about every single day that you don't make that call, every single day you don't get on that training, every single day you don't plug in and post on social media or run your business. Think about your family and how many bills they're behind. Imagine them stressed. Imagine them overworked and underpaid. And here you are talking about, yeah, I'm doing this business for my family. I'm helping my family save their bills one day. I'm going to pay their bills one day. You're saying it, but your actions are not matching up. Your why is your engine. If you are not working for your why, your engine's not going to be running. Therefore, your business will come to a halt. And at that point, it just crashes. You have to always think each and every day of your why, whatever that is for you. Now, training is your track. All these trainings that we do, some of you guys be like, man, another one? You should be glad we have so many trainings. Like, if y'all looked at other organizations, they would beg to have as many trainings. Just 1% of the amount of trainings that we have for you guys. We got the morning manifestation calls. We got our Sunday launch calls for new members. We got Monday training, the VP University. We got Wednesday. Like, we got so many trainings. And then some of you guys will go weeks on end and never plug into any of them. Therefore, that means you're getting off a track. Once you get off track for long enough, you'll find yourself becoming very stagnant. There's no motivation. And there's no motivation because you're not on training, so you don't know what to do. And if you don't know what to do, you're not going to take any action. And if you don't take any action, you're not going to get any results. Therefore, causing your entire business to slow down. Y'all see what I'm saying? So you got to make sure you stay on that track. You got to make sure your train is actually being guided so that trainings are actually really going to be able to really get you in the right direction, right? Make sure you know what to do. Give you scripts. That's how me, Tyreek, and Joanna, that's how we built our business. The trial run, I didn't know about that. If I would have missed that VP University months ago about trial runs, I would have never been able to teach all that. But I plugged into the training. Three-way calls, I plugged into the trainings. How to present, I plugged into the trainings. You have to be able to understand that that's stay on track. I got the second train here because you're accountability partners. A lot of us don't have a partner. And I'm going to tell you something. This business is very hard to run by yourself. So accountability partner is usually your sponsor or someone else in another business who has the same kind of vision and goal as you. You know, talk to them each and every day. You know, on trains, they communicate on the mic. That should be your person. That should be your accountability partner. Hey, man, look, I'm having a slow day today. Nobody's plugging in. Bro, me too, bro. Like, that's annoying. When you find out somebody's having the same struggle as you, it gives you confidence because you know it's not just a you thing, right? It's a slow day for business. It happens. It happens in business, guys. Apple, their stocks go up and down. Google, their stocks go up and down. Trust me, I lost some money, both of them, right? And it's because of the fact that it's business. Every day is not going to be the same, but guess what's happening? Their business stays open each and every day, 7 days a week. They make sure of that. You got to make sure that you're staying motivated with your accountability partner. Give them a call when things are bad. Give them a call when things are good. Your team is your cargo. That's everyone behind you. They're following the same track as you. If the conductor gets crazy and goes haywire and makes a left and gets off a track, guess what's gonna happen to the rest of your cargo? It's gonna fall off with you. If you go too fast and you kind of leave it behind, guess what's gonna happen? Your cargo's gonna break off because it can't handle the momentum, and you're not actually looking out for them. You're not duplicating the system for them. You're just like, oh, I'm good. My business is rolling. It's good. It's great. But now you're not realizing that you're a leader, and as a leader, you got a responsibility to everyone else behind you. So what is it to make a phone call and say, hey, how you holding up today? Hey, I noticed that three-way call, you sound a little nervous. What's going on? Hey, I saw you on the training. What's happening? Right? You want to make sure that your team is on track with you. And if you're off track, your team will be off track. Therefore, nobody's going to get any results. Y'all with me? I was literally like creating this today, and I'm just like, wow, like I never thought about it like this. I've never thought about it like this. And then today I was just thinking like, this is a train. This company's a train. It really is. Your business is a train. So with that being said, if that makes sense to you guys, do me a favor and drop the number 5 in the chat box. Drop the number 5 if this makes sense. If you understand that you are the conductor of your train, and if you want your train to run, you got to be conducting it. You have to lead it. All right, cool. Next up, here's the one we don't like talked about. The obstacles. The obstacles. See, this is what a lot of us do. We come across these obstacles on our train track, and we just like, oh, I guess it wasn't meant for me. My parents said it's a scam. I gotta quit. My friends are not interested. I talk to everybody. I gotta quit. My baby, my boyfriend, my girlfriend, they said they're not interested. I gotta quit. Little did you know, you stop at your destination. Guys, your destination is whatever that goal is, whether it's $10,000 a month, $50,000 a month. I realized for myself, my destination is, guess what? $1 million business. So that means that my train is not stopping or slowing down anytime soon until I see that I hit the $1 million mark. And some of y'all gonna see that, some of y'all gonna quit, so you'll watch from the sidelines. You gotta understand that even though these obstacles, look at them, they're trees. Do you realize that all it takes is your business stop in front of this obstacle, your engineer, i.e. your sponsor, to come out and just move these trees out the way. And now guess what? You're right back on track. But some of y'all just give up completely. You come up on the obstacle on your track of success, and you're just like, dang, and you leave the train. And you go back and do what? What happens? What if you're halfway there and you get off of the train and go back to the station you started off with? What's the point? You went from spending months, man, I'm tired of my job. I'm sick of this place. I can't wait to quit. And you find FES. Oh, snap. Okay, great. And you're doing it. You're feeling good. You're growing. You're getting promoted. And you come across a couple of obstacles. Dang, I'm going back to my job. For what? Help me understand the mentality, because I don't get it. When I was struggling, I refused to go back to that place, especially after what that girl said, right? So you got to have that mentality. Like, don't see these as a halt in your business. See it as just a small obstacle that can be overwhelmed. Because even though some friends are not interested, guess what? Those same friends will come back to you and say, yo, how's this work again? I got 4 DMs right now in my Facebook saying, hey, a couple months ago, you asked me if I was interested in another stream of income. How did that work again? Literally. Another friend I talked to last year wasn't interested. Now he said he got laid off and is interested in my opportunity. Why? Because my train never stopped. My very first agent in this business, I could have saw that as a very discouraging thing. I'm like, yes, I got my first agent. It's only my first day, right? I'm so excited. He quit after 3 weeks. Imagine where that man would have been if he would have stayed on. And guess what? That's one of my coworkers at my restaurant job. Now he's out of a job. But imagine he would have just said, you know what, bro, I know my friends are not interested. And I told him, I said, yeah, your friends might not be interested because they're not used to you being a credit repair. Bro, you don't understand, bro. My friends are drug dealers. My friends are scammers. They're not going to take me serious. I said, bro, you got to take yourself serious. And then eventually they'll believe you. But they don't believe in you right now because you just started. Bro, you don't understand, bro. You don't get it. This ain't going to work for me. All right, man. He quit. My very first agent. Imagine if I would have been like, dang, that sucks. Like, I thought it was going to be easy getting agents. And then if I would have quit, imagine where I would have been at right now. So you guys got to understand these obstacles are temporary, very temporary. And what happens is the more you deal with it, the more you get over it. The more it becomes like, all right, that's another tree. Let's get out the way real quick. Oh, we got some rain. Let's get through it. Turn the wipers on. All right. Oh, it's an earthquake coming up. All right, cool. We'll slow down for a little bit and then get right back to it. Because you understand that no obstacle is going to get in your way to your destination. You have to get there. Now, here's another thing. Staying off of track, or actually staying on track without any type of focus, right? See, what happens is some of us, we find another business to make money, and then what do? All right, cool. I'm going to work both. Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to be very honest with you. You want to make a decision. Why am I saying that? Because if you look at a lot of successful millionaires and billionaires, right, they didn't just start something and then do something else at the same time. They focused and they built that one project up, that one business up to a point where it was giving them so much residual income that they went ahead and moved on something. They hired a manager and went on somewhere else to build another business. And then they got that business to a point where they made a lot of money, then went on to another business to make some money. Sometimes as new entrepreneurs, we get so excited about all the glitter and gold out there that we try to do everything, and then we end up getting unbalanced. Our focus to our destination is not straight. It's still there because you want to be an entrepreneur. You want to be successful. You still have your why. You still fired up, but now you're a little shaky because, oh man, I gotta hop on this call, and I gotta hop on that call, and I missed that meeting because I had that meeting, and now you're all over the place. And now you're not getting results in any of your businesses because you're all over the place. Trust me, I know. I'm speaking from experience here. I have a business. It's a production company that I created from scratch. That's my company. I was trying to do both. I was overwhelmed, and I was working as a part-time server while trying to build FBS, and I had my other business, right? I was stressed. I had to make a decision. I said, okay, I'm going to focus. I'm going to build this business to a point where I can really come back and balance the other business. Right, and I'm getting to that. I'm still not there where I want, because when I get there, best believe I'm gonna buy. I already told myself my next apartment, I'm gonna get a second bedroom specifically for a studio. I'm gonna have a MacBook in there. I'm gonna have the best editing equipment. I'm gonna have because I understand that I gotta build this first to be able to get to that. And when I get to that, it's gonna blow up because the income I got from this. When I was trying to balance it, I wasn't making money from either of them because I couldn't market my other business while I was trying to market this. I couldn't do photo shoots because I was trying to do this, right? It was all over the place. So I need you guys to get focused, make a decision. Which one do you want to do? Which one do you see your core values is more connected with? Don't just think money, because money's gonna be anywhere. You can literally find money anywhere, anyhow. But you got to look at your core values. Which business opportunity attaches to your values the most, all right? Last but not least, guys, and we're gonna finish up here. Becoming stagnant. See, a railroad track is gonna stay there. No matter what you do, the track is gonna be there. But what happens is it goes through corrosion. See, when you decide to take a break, when you don't read any of the group messages or respond, when you don't post anything on social media, when you don't make any three-way calls or talk to your sponsor or accountability partner, your business becomes stagnant. And then you ask yourself, right? Well, yeah, I don't know what happened. It wasn't working for me. I'm not good at it. Well, you didn't do anything. You didn't do anything for not 1 day, but you didn't do anything for a week. And then that week turned into 2 weeks. That 2 weeks turned into a month. And now your sponsor's coming back like, yo, what happened? Like, we want to work with you. Oh, yeah, I don't know. It ain't working. And that's because your organization, that's because your track came to a halt and it corroded in front of you guys. So you want to make sure that you're always staying on track. Life happens, right? We have emergencies to deal with. We have family things to deal with. Okay, that's the great thing about this business. You go deal with that, communicate, and tell your partner, tell your sponsor, hey, I got X, Y, and Z going on. Please, be patient with me. All right, go ahead. I got you. Now what happens is you told me what the deal is. Now I can go off and I can help run your business for you. I can communicate with your downlines. I can communicate with your business partners. And they're going to work with me because I'm your sponsor. But if you don't talk to me, I'm thinking you just quit. So now I'm not working in your business. And now guess what? Now your team, your cargo is looking at you like, yo, what happened? Dang, okay, I guess we don't have her no more. I guess we don't have him anymore. I guess he quit. That sucks. And now what happens to them? Now what I say in the first slide? Now they get a track. Now they don't plug into the meetings because they don't know what's coming up. Now they don't talk to their sponsor because you didn't talk to their sponsor. Y'all see it's a pattern, guys. It's a pattern. So here's the biggest thing. If you want momentum, if you want to be successful and grow even bigger and better, you have to take action. This is the cycle that I've created for my team. Action creates results. Results creates confidence. It's a cycle. So when I'm confident, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to take more action. And the more action that I take, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to have more results. The more results happens, I'm going to have more confidence. And I'll keep on doing that. Now, at the same time, if I don't take any action, I don't make any calls, I don't plug into the call, I don't plug into the trainings, I don't post online, I don't text nobody about FBS, I don't do anything, I'm not gonna have any results at all. And as that continues to happen, now I lose confidence in the business, I lose confidence in myself, and now I'm going right back to what I did at the first stop. The whole thing that got me to doing this business, now I'm right back where I started it, talking about, well, I hope I find another opportunity. I hope one day I get something else that's gonna work out for me. Guys, you are responsible for your success. The government's little $1,200 check, your friends coming in, helping you out with your rent, friends and family helping you out with your rent, like all of that, those called aids. Those are aids. You can be aided all day long, but success, that comes from you. And until you take responsibility of your actions, your thoughts, and your decisions, you will not see success. And not just in FBS, I'm talking about anything. If you think that the world's gonna give you a handout just because you're struggling, it doesn't work like that, sweetheart. It doesn't. You gotta say, you know what? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I'm gonna do something about it, and I'm not gonna stop until it's done. If you have that type of mentality, the world is at your fingertips. Anything is possible. And that's how the top leaders in this organization think. And that's how we want you to think. And if you're on my team, I need you to think like that, because we're taking this to the top. Just understand, if I'm going to $1 million in this business, that means you're gonna get a piece of that too. Because eventually I gotta start building under you as well. If you decide to quit before that journey happens, I can't do nothing for you. Trust me, this train not stopping because you decide to hop off of it, right? But we always gonna be here. So that being said, guys, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen.